Hello YouTube, everybody. Today we're going to do some gameplay of Mardu Panharmonicon. This is Wade, also known as the Magic Doctor from the Ivory Tower. Glad that you are joining us. So Mardu Panharmonicon, we're going to just do some casual gameplay. So let's jump in and hopefully we'll find a match pretty quick. The deck tech will do that. Look at what's in the deck while we're waiting on the match to come up. So we've got a match, but you can see we've got lots of enter the battlefield triggers. So that's what we're going to go for. Good luck, have fun, and we've got 3 lands, 2 Anguished Unmakings. I think we're going to keep this just because we've got enough lands to get started, I hope. So we'll get started there, and we don't have any black yet, but hopefully we've got enough mana fixing in the deck to get there. So I think we'll be fine. And one of the problems, of course, is not having enough land. There's our Evolving Wilds. That'll go fetch us a swamp. And now we've got all the colors we need, though we will need another black. Okay, so they must have skipped their turn or unintentionally clicked through their turn. That happens sometimes. Perhaps they're just waiting to see what's going to go on. So we get another land here. I'm going to drop another plains and pass. No need to let them know we have red yet. So they're sacking the wilds. They are black and blue so far. And we've got Anticipate. Okay. We'll go ahead and yield to the end of their turn. Let's see what they're going to do. All right, so they've got blue, black, and red. All right. Well, we are going to drop now a mountain and play our Panharmonicon. And then next turn, we will probably drop... Oh, we've got a Dynavolt Tower here. Okay. So, looks like we may have a Kaladesh style here of... I think this is the colors that won the Pro Tour Kaladesh, I believe. So, okay. What do we do? What do we do? Well, I think I'm going to drop a Marionette Master in a minute because I don't have enough black. So I will first Anguished Unmaking their Dynavolt Tower. Pass the turn. Next turn I will drop my Weaponsmith. Unless I draw a swamp. Then I will play my Marionette Master, I think. So, I'll drop the Holdout Settlement. Then I think I'm going to Prophetic Prism, get us 2 cards. Okay, let's see what we get. Another Weaponscraft Enthusiast and Evolving Wilds. So now we're going to drop a Weaponscraft Enthusiast, and we're going to put servos and more servos and pass the turn. I think what we'll do next turn, if we still have the creatures, we'll drop our Westvale Abbey and then attack in with the Demon but we don't. The Galvanic Bombardment, the 0 power creature, which is interesting. Alright, well there's another Panharmonicon. So, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. I could do, alright. Well, I think first we will play our Marionette Master. Let me cancel this and do this way it's easier. Alright. Tap an untapped creature. Okay, and then black. Now we'll play the Marionette Master. And I think what we're going to do is just give her all of the fabricate. That way, if any of these artifacts go away, it does a lot of damage for each artifact that goes away. So she is big, and all of these servos, if they die, will do. Our opponent will lose 7 life each time. And next turn, if we have 5 creatures, we'll drop our Westvale Abbey and sacrifice the creatures, and that should win the game for us before we even attack. So our opponent takes the damage, goes to 17. We pass the turn. Okay, well, and they scoop. So they realize that's a big creature for them to try to get rid of. Alright, let's sideboard. So this is probably a spells deck. And they're going to want to do damage to us. So I think what I'm going to do is put in 2 Aetherflux Reservoirs, take out the Cataclysmic Gearhulk, and take out a Noxious Gearhulk. Now, sometimes they'll go with the sideboard plan of sideboarding in a bunch of different creatures, the Thing in the Ice or Niblis of Frost. So we're keeping in a good bit of at least 3 Anguished Unmakings. So hopefully that'll help. And we don't have to rely on attacking to kill. There's a number of enter the battlefield triggers that we can use to kill. So we'll see how this turns out and what they did. Alright, so they're playing first. We're good on our land, so we'll keep this. We'll go get a swamp and then a plains. So first 2 turns we'll go with Evolving Wilds for a swamp and a plains, and then we'll drop the Needle Spires. And then turn 4 we'll play Panharmonicon with the plan of so mulliganed last game. That's what he was telling me. Said last game I mulled to 5 and didn't draw a single land from the turn draw. All the lands were drawn by spell. LOL. I said, sorry, hope this is better. Let's try to have some fun. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll have a fun game. So his turn. Drops the Evolving Wilds. I'm going to drop Evolving Wilds and crack it for a plains. And I'll pass my turn. And then we'll go get a swamp next turn. Okay. anticipate. So he's digging. Alright, no Dynavolt Tower. So we will drop our Needle Spires, and then we'll... Oh, I can't play him, so we will play a Prophetic Prism then. Give us a little bit of a card draw, and give us some mana fixing in case we run into any problems. Now next turn, let's see what he does. Because if he were to put some things on top of his library, I could cast Gonti and possibly take something that he wants to have. But it looks like we're not going to get that yet. So, alright, here's our question. Either Panharmonicon or Aetherflux Reservoir. So, I think I'm going to play Panharmonicon first. But he may have put in some artifact destruction. So I think I'll play Aetherflux Reservoir first. And then every time I cast a spell after this, I'll start gaining some life. And if he's planning on burning me out, then that should help. So maybe he'll counter this. Glimmer of Genius. Okay, so he's still digging. Looking for those Dynavolt Towers, I suspect. Next turn, we will drop the Reckless Fireweaver, or the Panharmonicon, probably. I think that's probably what we're going to do. Well, it really depends. We'll see what he does. So our Aetherflux Reservoir has resolved. This is simply in here to give us some life gain against burn decks. So there's a Dynavolt Tower, keeping up 2 mana. So we have our Abbey now in our holdout settlement, which will play that. And then I'm going to see if I can get my Panharmonicon into play. Okay. Next turn we can start making some progress. Hopefully he'll tap out to put something into play, which would be nice. There we go. Metallurgic Summonings. Now this is cool. This is going to be neat. So now every time he casts a spell, he's getting a creature. I like this idea. This is a deck that I want to get into building at some point. So, well, we need to get working on dealing some damage. So let's drop a Reckless Fireweaver. And we'll start to see some of the power of the Panharmonicon right now. Okay, he comes into play, and then we will add that colorless and another, make it red, and put another Reckless Fireweaver into play. So now we're going to play a Prophetic Prism. We're going to draw 2 cards, and I believe that's going to be 4 damage. That goes on the stack. Always yield, get the cards, always yield. Then, now he'll want to take out our Reckless Fireweavers really quick. If not, when we go cast our Angel of Invention next turn and drop 2 servos into play, and then probably a Prophetic Prism, we're going to be doing, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 12 damage, plus anything we can get through with our Reckless Fireweaver. Now he's going to start on his energy plan. So, energy and Metallurgic Summonings plan. Die young. Alright, there goes the first of our Fireweavers. We expected this. Now here comes all the energy and a token. He's got enough to blast the other token with his Dynavolt Tower if he wants. Enough, 5 energy's enough for that. And he does. And now he's cleared my board. And we are... Oh, we just clicked through our turn. Oh! Clicked through my turn. Don't know how I do that. Sure, nobody else ever has this problem, but you don't even notice sometimes, not even noticing it's my turn. So I really don't like this interface. I would like something that's clear out there that says, you are on your turn. But maybe it's just because I'm old and I don't notice it every time. So, but this is terrible for me. Okay, so let's see what we can do then. Well, we're not going to get the Reckless Fireweaver interaction. So I think what I'm going to try to do is, well, I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Let's see. He doesn't have a lot of energy, so I can 4, 5, and I'll need to pay there. Okay. Angel of Invention. I can either make her pretty big, or he may just counter that. No, Glimmer of Genius. Gonna get lots of energy. Fortunately, the Aetherflux Reservoir is gaining us life, so that's pretty good. We'll do our Prophetic Prism, and then we can gain another 3 life after that. The question is, do I want to make this a big enough creature, add 4, so I'd have a 5, and he could still spend 10 and do damage to it. So I think I will use the Fabricate for servos, so that way I can at least try to get some damage in that way. Let's drop another Prophetic Prism, gain us more life, get another 2 cards. The card advantage is very good from this, and I can Vanquished Unmaking the Metallurgic Summonings. I think that's what we'll do if return on. Okay, and so I think I'll try to do that next turn if I get an opportunity to keep him from being able to make all of these creatures. So he's got 7 mana. He can pop my Angel, and he'll want to kill one of them, because then he doesn't want a Westvale Abbey coming at him, more than likely, unless he's got some return creature to my hand effects. So, but he's making his army. 6. He needs 6 artifacts before he can sacrifice Metallurgic Summonings and get all of those spells back. So he's got 13 energy, so he can hit 2 of my creatures, or hit me for 6. He's got 8 2/4/4s and 1 2/2, so he's got 8 damage of creatures on the board, constructs. Fortunately, the Aetherflux Reservoir has given us a little bit more of a buffer. He's going to spend 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Oh, another Dynavolt Tower. So he's really working on this. So 1 2 3 4 5. He's got just enough mana. 1 2 3 4 5 6. He can get all his spells back with Metallurgic Summonings. So now he's coming at me with 10. So I think I will take it, because then I'll still be at 18. And I'll want to leave up an Anguished Unmaking so that, alright, he casts Harness Lightning, okay, which now means he cannot get his Metallurgic Summonings back. Or he cannot get all those spells back with Metallurgic Summonings, and I can do an Anguished Unmaking on my turn. So, alright, and I get another Anguished Unmaking, so we're doing okay here. We're going to lose some life, but it will, we will get compensated for that. And he's got 3, so first I think I'm going to exile his Metallurgic Summonings. We'll use it one last time. Oh, he's going to Void Shatter that. Okay. Getting all kinds of energy. Well, fortunately, white, black, and colorless. We can Anguished Unmaking it again, which you can't Void Shatter this time, so that's gone. And then we will Prophetic Prism, get another, some more life, get another 2 cards. So we are going to have some problems with all of these constructs. But our Filigree, alright, and our other Aetherworks Reservoir should help. So, what's he going to hit me for 3? He's got lots of energy to spend. So, down to 12. So he's got 8, 10, 12, 15 damage he can throw my way. Well, that hurts there. He might be able to get us this time. If we can survive the turn, let's see. He's got another 12 damage, 9 damage he can do with his Dynavolt Towers. I think he's probably got us. All he's going to do is the Dynavolt Towers now. So, let's see. Everything's coming. Alright, we got a block. We got a block. We got a block. And I think he can simply kill us with his Dynavolt Towers if he realizes it. So, we'll just yield to the end of the turn and see if he realizes that. Okay, yeah, he was able to do it. So, what did we have coming up? A Pilgrim's Eye. All right, well, creatures. Well, let's go. He's playing Metallurgic Summonings. So, I tell you what, let's put in the Authority of the Consuls and the... What do we do? We want to be able to get rid of that, or he's just going to burn us up. But I need bigger creatures, I think. So let's take our Reckless Fireweavers out, and let's put in something that's going to be a little bit harder. We can stop multiples of that. Put in 2 Displacers, Eldrazi Displacers, because they can at least blink those Metallurgic Summonings. They'll take a full, have to have a full hit. From there, I don't know. I'm going to take 1 Consul out, 1 Anguished Unmaking out, 1 Gonti out, 1 more. I'll take a Visionary Augmenter out and submit it. All right. Well, game 3. Let's see how it goes. We want to play first. Yes. All right. We have 1 land, which will not do for us. 2 lands are better. Rather not keep this, but I don't want to go down. All right. So we will put it on top. We will say a 3 land. Even though it's all black and 1 colorless, we're just going to go for it. I don't want a chance not getting, going lower. All right, at least he's got Evolving Wilds. It'll give him his right colors. Maybe we'll get an Evolving Wilds. Maybe we'll get a Pilgrim's Eye. We've got a number of things that can get us into the colors we need. So we really don't need red at this game if I took the Fireweavers out. So, all right, this will help. All right, so we will put our Metalcraft Enthusiast into play, and then we can tap one of those creatures next turn to get the white mana we need. So we will make servos and pass the turn, and he's going to be digging for a few turns, so we ought to be able to set ourselves up to gain some life. Hopefully we'll get a Panharmonicon, which would be very helpful in this situation, or a Pilgrim's Eye, so we can at least get into where we can cast the next few spells. All right. We will just pass through his turn. Let's see, what are we going to do? Aether Hub. What do you got for us? There's your Dynavolt Tower, okay. Now we've got good old Gonti. Gonti might be fun to do right now. He's tapped out. Let's play Gonti. We haven't played Gonti yet. Gonti is fun. Even though we don't have the Panharmonicon trigger, we can get, alright, Transgress the Mind, Glimmer of Genius, Void Shatter. Well, I think we will take Glimmer of Genius for more cards. And we will then, we'll just attack with everybody. Except he doesn't need to attack, he doesn't do any good. Alright. We know we kept him from 2 counters at least. There's another Dynavolt Tower. I would have liked to have been able to get that, so he couldn't cast it. Alright, so we've got our Pilgrim's Eye, which will help us get the land we need. We're going to tap for white. Tap our Weaponscraft Enthusiast for white. Play Authority of the Consuls. So if he gets his Metallurgic Summonings out, we will be okay. We're going to play our Pilgrim's Eye. And we will get on Plains. And we will attack with everybody. And pass the turn. Oh, stop. This is turn 5. Hopefully I can stop the passing of the turn and put my planes into play. Okay, declare blockers, play the planes, and then we will pass the turn. Alright, we can play our Angel of Invention next turn. I don't know if he's got any sweepers in here. I haven't seen anything. I wouldn't expect it. But he could have Radiant Flames, which would really be terrible for us. Board state. So unless I get something that's going to do damage or make it very difficult, I think I'm going to hold off on the Angel of Invention and just pressure him with this board state for a bit until he can clear it up before I go putting too much on the board. But we can use Glimmer of Genius if we need to. Hopefully I'll get a land, and then I can play my Marionette Master, and then it won't matter if he sweeps the board, because we will cause a lot of damage. But we didn't, so we will play Panharmonicon. And he will zap Gonti. That's fine. Now we will attack with everybody except our weaponsmith. He's at 11. So he's got a 4-turn clock as it is. Let's see what he does. He's got 2 energy, 2 Dynavolt towers. He'll get 4 energy for each spell he casts. He's got 6 cards in his hand, so he could play a lot of cards, get some energy, and then shoot down these creatures. That's fine. And he will want to keep us away from 5 creatures, knowing that we could sack and get our Westphal Abbey flipped if we need to. So he's targeting our Pilgrim's Eye. With Unlicensed Disintegration to do a little damage to us. Gets him up to 5 energy. And another Unlicensed Disintegration. Gets him up to 9 energy. Okay. Well, now this is actually very good for us. 1, 2, 3. Our Pilgrim's Eye will give us 2 lands. Alright, so we will get... We did take the red out, so we don't need it. We'll get another Plains, and then we'll get another Swamp. The only red we have in here is the Reckless Fireweaver, so... Alright, we'll drop a Plains, and then we will attack. Get in there for our damage. Takes him to 10. And I'd like to have 1 more mana up so I could do Glimmer of Genius, but I don't. So, next turn we will play Marionette Master, though, and make her big. Alright, Rise from the Tides. I like that. I was going to play that. I like that. I think that fits in this deck very well for him, so that's a very good card. Alright, but at least we've got our Authority of the Consuls out. And we get double triggers on those because of our Panharmonicon. So that was very good for us. Okay. Now, Aetherflux Reservoir. Alright, while he is tapped out, we will play our Marionette Master. And make her big. So, +1 counters. And let's make that more +1 counters. That's what it's going to take him a lot to be able to kill her. Because we know we can make more artifact. Did I just click through a battle? That's great. Well, that's actually not bad. That'll dissuade him from attacking us because I can block with these little artifact creatures and have it deal damage to him, 7 points each time one's lost. So he is going to take my Marionette Master. Okay. Touché. So now he gets a hold of my Marionette Master, which nullifies the that. Okay, well, what can we do? What can we do? We've got 8, so let's just not block. We'll take the damage. Takes us to 14. He can hit me for 6 with the 2 Dynavolt Towers, and then 1 more when he untaps. So, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana available. Now, we're not in a great shape here. We may not make it. So, let's... Oh, I don't know what to do. I needed to get a better draw than that. So, well, I don't know that waiting is going to give us any help. So let's just drop another Dynavolt Tower, or I'm sorry, a Panharmonicon, and see if there's anything that we can do to try to maybe have survive this turn and then get something that will help us. So yeah, now he's going to pop our guys. He can clear his way, he can clear the board, and he can get in for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, he can pop our little dude and come on in with the horde, I believe. You should have... You should have killed him with your Dynavolt Tower, and you'd have been attacking for lethal. So... I guess I could have cast Glimmer of Genius instead to try to get some more cards, but let's see. The Rise from the Tides, I think, is an excellent addition to this deck. I played a similar one without just blue-red, just an Izzet version, and I wanted to put that in there, and I think I should have. I probably would have done better. So, all right, he's got me at 3, and he's got enough energy to take me out. So, good game. All right, well, that's it. Enjoy the game. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let's subscribe, like. That would really help out. If you did that, it doesn't cost you anything. I appreciate it. And so this has been Wade, or the Magic Doctor from the Ivory Tower, and hope you enjoyed our little bit of casual gameplay, kind of our Johnny Casual gameplay. And so join us for the next time. We'll do it again.